Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I have been building my own rods now since 2015. You know that I've been doing a bunch of build to catch videos where I build a rod, show you how to do it, show you the different dimensions that I use, the components that I use, take you out on the water and catch fish with it. Guys, building rods is not that difficult, and there's not much more enjoyable than catching a fish on a rod that you've built. A lot of times I feel like people are skeptical in terms of getting into rod building because they think it's going to be a lot more difficult than it actually is. And in reality, if you don't have a good source or a good contact that you can go to help show you the process, it is a little overwhelming, but it doesn't need to be. And in most of the videos that I shoot where I do a build to catch, I get a lot of people commenting that they want me to work with Mudhole and MHX to put together signature series kits. Well, we've done that for you. 4 of my most versatile rods that I use, I've gone ahead, put them together. So what I've done is I've met with Mudhole, we've gone ahead, I've given them the dimensions, the measurements that I use, given them all of the different components and the different products that I use to do this. And then they've gone ahead and assembled these kits so that you can go to their website, click on the Matt Steffen Signature Series NSJ 871 rod kit, and you'll get all of the exact components as well as the dimensions so that you can put together that video or that rod yourself. Very simple process. Instead of having to go through all of the different components that I was listing in the videos and choosing them, you click one button, you make one purchase, and you get the exact rod build that I'm building in those videos. So it's pretty cool. I want to walk you through the different ones that we've put together for you. We've got 4 of what I consider my most versatile rods. The first one we're going to talk about is the NSJ 871. This is my favorite spinning rod that I use. It's a 7.3 medium light fast action. It's ideal for almost all finesse presentations. I throw a small swim bait on it. I throw a hair jig on it at times. I throw drop shots, Ned rigs, and it's become my favorite rod for the hover rig, which is what I've got rigged up right here. It's just a great all-purpose finesse rod for throwing your light tackle. This is really a very, very good rod, regardless of where you're at. It's great for smallmouth, spotted bass, largemouth, great for panfish as well. Maybe you like the jig for walleye, you can use it for that too. So it's an all-purpose spinning rod that handles pretty much all of your finesse presentations. Next up, we're going to talk about this guy right here, one of my absolute favorite rods for almost all bass fishing tactics. So this is the NMB 873. So it's a 7.3 3 power, otherwise a light medium heavy fast action rod. This is great for spinner baits. It's great for swim jigs. I throw a lot of light Texas rigs. So if you're flipping around maybe an 1/8 ounce stick worm or maybe a 3/16 ounce jig, your small finesse jigs, the NMB 873 is great for that. Again, you can use most different presentations with this. If you want to throw it at topwater, you want to throw a crankbait, you can get away with all of that as well. So if you're looking for a very versatile bass tackle rod, this is the kit that you're going to want to look at, the NMB 873. Next up, if you like to throw moving baits, so the CB 907 kit is we put together. This is what I consider my perfect vibrating jig rod. I also think it's an extremely good swim bait rod if you're throwing exposed hooks. So if you're fishing maybe a 6-inch swim bait on a 3/4 ounce exposed hook, perfect for that as well. It's also it's a blended composition rod, so you're talking about a rod that would be great for crankbaits, some of your bigger 20-foot diving crankbaits. Again, it's a very versatile rod if you really like to throw moving baits. The nice thing about these blended rods is you've got a lot of backbone in this section of the rod, but the top is extremely soft, very limber, so you allow the fish to get the bait really good in its mouth, but you still got the backbone to drive the hook home as well as fight the fish back to the boat. That's what makes it such a good vibrating jig rod. Lastly, you guys know how much I love to flip. This is what I consider like the perfect flipping rod for all-purpose flipping. So this is the FP 885. This is a 7.4 rod. It's a 5 power, so I would consider it a heavy, medium heavy to a light heavy action rod, 7.4 in length. It's just got the perfect size and feel for flipping around Texas rigs as well as your jigs. Again, for me, that is a huge part of my fishing game. I think there's a lot of people out there that love to flip and pitch heavy cover. And if you want an all-purpose flipping rod, this is it, the FP 885. You can even punch with it. It's not what I would consider a rod you want to punch really heavy like hyacinths with, but maybe you're going down the bank or you've got some milfoil you want to punch through. The FP 885 will work great for that, but at the same time, maybe you want to skip some docks, you can pick this rod up too. Absolutely a must-have in my arsenal. These 4 rod blanks make up a big part of the rods that I use every time I'm out fishing a tournament. I generally will have 2 or 3 of these rod blanks rigged up with a couple of different baits, which shows how versatile they are. So if you're interested in starting your own rod building, this is a great time to do it. I love the fact that Mudhole has taken the exact dimensions and the components, like I said, down to the thread color. I've got wind grips, I've got different types of nubbins, all of the reel seats, all of that stuff. It's the exact rod that you see me holding up here. You can go build yourself. And if you are concerned about the rod building process, Mudhole's got you covered. If you check out Mudhole's YouTube channel, you check out their website, they have every type of video where it will answer every question you have regarding rod building. It is not that hard. It is a lot easier than what you're expecting it to be. You're talking about a handful of components and some glue. That's really what it comes down to. So if you're interested, go check them out. It's a great way to support the channel. Let Mudhole know how much you enjoy watching my rod building videos by purchasing one of these rod building kits, guys. It would be a great way to show your support for the channel and a great way to get you involved into rod building. The only problem with it is you'll be hooked. That's what happens. You start building your own rods, you get hooked, but it's a good thing. It's a good pastime to have. So go check them out. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all the support, and stay tuned. We'll have a lot more rod building videos coming for you.